Hello Year 4, it's Mrs Dunn here with your computing lesson. It's the first lesson in our photo editing unit that we're going to start today. And I'm going to just share with you some of the things that we're hoping to achieve in this unit. So hopefully in this unit we are going to use an image editor to change how your images look. The image editor that we're going to use is called Paintnet, and it's a free piece of software that you can download. If you just Google Paint.net, you'll be able to see the free download option there. We're going to use the different tools to edit an image, and we're going to talk about our choices and why we have chosen to edit an image in a certain way. We're also going to think about whether images that we see are all real. Are the photographs that we see exactly what was happening at the time, or has it been edited? So today is lesson 1, changing digital images. So in today's lesson, we're going to be able to explain that digital images can be changed. We're going to identify the changes that we can make to an image. We're going to explore how images can be changed in real life. And we're going to explain the effect that editing can have on an image, so the effect that happens when we change that image. Remember, editing means to change. So on the screen now you can see some places or things that we might still see images in, and why they want you to think about why they might be edited. So we've got newspapers, we have got an escalator in like a tube station, we've got a magazine, we've got postcards, we've got a notebook here, and then we've got an image on a phone. So some of the places that we still see images, just pause the video and think about why some of these images might be edited. Okay, hopefully you've had a chance to think about why some of these images might be edited. Let's just think about these postcards. These postcards are showing the amazing places that you might go on holiday. If we think about this front one here in Cancun, they are not going to want to show a picture of Cancun in the rain. They are going to make sure that these places look as amazing as they possibly can. The idea of a postcard is to share with people what you're doing on your holiday and to show off that place in the best possible way. So they might have been edited to make the sky bluer. They might have made it sunnier, brighter. They might have zoomed in on things. Lots of different ways that could have been edited. The same for this image here. Images in public need to be the best they can be. So they may well have been edited for that to be achieved. Have a look at this lion here. So this is the original image of the lion, and then this is the edited version. Can you see what's happened and how the picture has changed? That's right, it's been cropped. So the picture's been cropped here, just so we can see the lion's face and a little bit of the mane. We can't see this tree anymore, or the background. It's just the lion's face. How about this one? So we've got, looks like Hermione Granger, stood in this image here. How has it been changed? That's right, it's gone to a black and white image, hasn't it? So all of those colours that we can see in this one, it's now a grey scale, so darker parts and lighter parts. Here we've got our first image, and then it's been edited to make 2 more images. So in this first one, we've got the bird of prey and the rabbit. How is it different in this one? That's right, we've got extra bunny rabbits. Exactly the same rabbit, but actually the rabbit has been copied to create another rabbit, and then these rabbits here, they're getting smaller, aren't they, to show the perspective. And then in this one, we don't have any rabbits at all. So it's been edited to remove the rabbits completely. So we're going to think about how we can remove part of an image. So in this picture, we might just want to have this part. We might want to get rid of all this darkness because it doesn't really add to the benefit of the image. And to do this, we can use the cropping tool. So this image here has been cropped from this one. So this was the whole bird. We've got the piece of wood. It looks like maybe a bench that he's perched on. But then it's being cropped here, just so we get this part. And then we've got the eyes of this little boy here that have just been cropped, so we would have cropped it about here. Okay, so we lose all of this fence, all this barbed wire. What effect has that had? Pause the video and have a think about the effect the cropping has had on the images. Okay, we're going to have a look now at Paintnet, and it's an image editor. Remember, an edit is something that changes. So in this software, it's about changing your images. There are lots of different tools, and if we're in the classroom now, I would be showing you how to use it. So that's what I'm going to try and do in the video. I'm going to show you some of the tools that you can use. If you haven't downloaded Paint.net, you'll need to do that now. Okay, so when you get to Paint.net, this is what it looks like. Remember, I've just Googled this. So we need to get an image. So I'm going to go to File and Open. And then I'm going to find an image. And I'm going to use this image of Violet. So this was taken in the summer. And then what I can do is I can crop part of this image. So I'm going to get rid of the slide because I just want to focus on this part of Violet. Okay, just her and her guitar. So to do that, I need to click on this button here, which helps me to select what I want to do. So I'm going to just drag the bit that I want to use. And then I'm going to click on the crop button at the top. Okay, and can you see how it's changed? So now I've lost a lot of the slide and some of the hedge, and I've just got Violet as the main part on my picture. Okay, and then I can save that, and that will save as an image. So there are other things for you to explore in there, but what I'd like you to do to start with is just try to get an image and just to crop a little bit of the image. Okay, so you can see here that we had the duck and the snail, and then we've cropped parts here, and you can save as a new image, so you can give it a new name. That's similar to how we save in school on Word. And then what I'd like you to do is evaluate the impact of your edited images. So have a look and decide what impact it's had. Has it made your image better, or has it made it worse? Now for me, I preferred my new image because it was just Violet. I didn't have all the extra slide part and the hedge behind her. Have an explore at the other tools you can use as well. Were there any problems that you encountered and how did you overcome them? And were your changes successful? That's what I'd like you to think about. I wonder what the advantages are of cropping or manual cropping. So I could have printed that picture and I could have cut out the slide myself. Can you think of why it might be better to use the computer to do this? If I just got a picture and I cut around the edge of the picture here would be then smaller, wouldn't it? When we're using a digital cropping tool, the size of the page will stay the same. So it will zoom in on the photo that you have cropped and make it the same size. Okay, if we go back to our bird, these pictures are the same size, but the cropped part is the big focus point. So if you were to just cut that part out, just imagine how small it would be. Whereas with the digital cropping tool, it helps us to see everything more clearly. When you've had a go at using the cropping tool, just think about how confident you were. Were you a number 1, not confident, a number 2, a little bit unsure, or were you really confident today with that software? In our lesson next week, we're going to be using the image editor to cut out parts of the image that we want to use. Okay, so today we've cropped, next week we're going to be using the image editor to cut out the parts of the image. Enjoy having a go with Paint.net Year 4, and I'll see you next week for lesson 2. Bye!